setup. I forgot to grab my protein shake, but I'm here in my office and I go live all the time to talk to you about not pressing fitness needs, but fitness information, fitness needs that you need to know, that you need to learn about. And honestly, from a real guy who will give you real advice without all the BS, without the hacks, the shortcuts, the 3 easy payments of $9.99, all the garbage and BS that I can't stand in the fitness industry. Today, we're going to talk about how to build a massive chest, but there's an undertone here. We're not only going to talk about how to build a massive chest, we're going to talk about how to make you more capable. I'll tell you what, I have never been into kit cars, the Ferrari shell with the Prius engine. I have never wanted to be the person that is all show and no go without anything under the hood. Everything I've ever done in the fitness industry is about building people something I call real world horsepower, making them capable, making them better in every aspect of their lives. And if looking better is a byproduct of that, then I'm all for it. Every single person wants to look better, myself included. But that's not the primary focus here. We want to make you capable AF. I want to make you like somebody that fights in the UFC, that's somebody that can play a professional sport, that's somebody that can show up to any athletic event anywhere and represent themselves with dignity and pride and grace and skill and all those things. So today, stay tuned. We're going to talk about 3 ways that you could build a massive chest, just some tips. But along the way, we're going to do a Q&A. So if you've got comments, if you have questions, please ask away and I will answer. And as always, get your supers in, buy memberships to the channel. I am giving you the realest fitness advice in the world from the realest fitness influencer in the world. I will put that reputation against anybody on that planet. Supers, memberships, help me go live more. Help me go live for longer. Help me go live more often. If I was making enough off this, I'd be live every single day for you. It also allows me to make the videos that you tune in weekly for that you love, because there's a real cost to those, right? Everyone watches YouTube and thinks it's free, but the editor, the camera guy, the scripting, my manager, like all those things. So more supers, more stuff. Awesome. Alessio says, the shape of your head reminds me the morning dew on a tiny leaf of an autumn tree. I mean, that sounds like a beautiful compliment. It sounds like something I'd read in like a Mary Shelley or like a Lord Byron poem. So I'll take it, I guess. I'm going to choose to take that as a compliment. But thank you. I'd like to think I'm a beautiful man. Anyway, so you got it. Supers, memberships, questions. And now it's time to talk about how to build a massive chest, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to bench press heavy. Heavy bench press is a tremendous exercise for building a strong, powerful chest. But one of the things that we need to talk about is heavy is a relative term, right? And if you're going to lift heavy, I suggest the first thing you do is test your 1 rep max. Once you have a 1 rep max number, lifting heavy becomes a formula and it becomes easy to progress, all right? So the first thing we're going to do is going to work up to a 1 rep max. Now I'm going to pretend you're new and you don't know what a 1 rep max is. Here's how I want you to work towards that. I want you to go to the gym and I want you to do a light bench press for 10 reps. Could be the barbell, could be 65 pounds, could be 75 pounds, 85 pounds, 95 pounds, but just 10 perfect reps. I want you to throw a little bit of weight on, like maybe jump by 20 to 30 pounds. Then I want you to do 7 reps. I want you to make another little jump. We're going to do 5 reps. Another little jump. We're going to do 3 reps. Then we're going to make a little jump and we're going to do a single. Now, if that single weight goes up easily, we're going to add weight and we're going to add a larger amount of weight. You're going to have to start guessing and estimating, right? Don't go crazy. I would never add more than 40 pounds. But if it goes up really easy, we're going to add a bit of weight. So for me, my 1 rep max on the bench press right now is 405. So if I did 315 and it was a joke, I might jump right up to 365, right? However, if 315 is tough, then we'll make a smaller jump, maybe go up to 325. And you're looking to get, essentially close to failure, where it is a real struggle to get that single. That will be your 1 rep max. Don't get greedy for 5 pounds, right? Like if 315 is an absolute struggle, if 285 is an absolute struggle, there's no point going up 5 pounds, because what we're going to use this 1 rep max number for, we're going to break it down into percentages. And 80%, say 1 rep max, if that's a workout for today, we're going to lift 80% of our 1 rep max for bench press. And I'll explain that in a minute. But whether you're basing it off 315 or 320, it's going to be the same number on the barbell anyway. Like it's almost no difference. So don't blow your shoulder out or do something dumb for 5 extra pounds on your 1 rep max. So you're going to test your 1 rep max, right? Now, does anyone know what the 1 rep max is right now on bench press? I'd love for you to leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear, what is your 1 rep max? Put it in the comments. I would love to see. Anyway, once you have your 1 rep max, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to choose 4 basic workouts that you're going to do every Monday for 6 weeks. You get to choose one of these, all right? Tyler Mears, my guy, 310 pounds. Tyler Mears, tremendous black belt jiu-jitsu competitor, one of the better guys that I've ever met in that sport. One of the people that gives me a challenge in jiu-jitsu. And listen, I won a world championship black belt masters, but the guy is a real deal, and you can see he is strong AF. So Tyler, thank you for coming by. Don't let these compliments go to your head. I will still murderize you tomorrow. Michael Verso, 210 pounds. Not bad. Not bad. What's your body weight, Michael? Billionaire Faith, 190. Good work. Randy Trent, 285. We are approaching the mythical 300 platform. And by the way, these workouts, you do these for 6 weeks, I promise you, you will get to 300 pounds. All right? 105 kilos, not bad, Michael. That's a good introductory bench press. We can get you, we can get those numbers up. So listen to these workouts you're going to do for the next 6 weeks. So here's how it's going to work. You're going to bench press every Monday, because every Monday is International Bench Press Day. And you're going to choose one of 4 workouts. The first one is 5 sets of 3 reps at 80% 1 rep max. You're going to rest 3 minutes between sets. The next is 6 sets of 2 reps at 85% 1 rep max. The next is 6 sets of 1 at 90% 1 rep max. You're going to rest about 4 minutes between sets. By the way, for the 6x2 at 85%, you should probably rest 3 to 4 minutes between sets. And the final one, it's 4 sets of 4 at 80% 1 rep max. You're going to rest 3 to 4 minutes between sets. You're going to choose one of those every single Monday. So the way the workout's going to go, you're going to go in, you're going to do 10 minutes of cardio to get warm. You're going to maybe stretch a little bit. You're going to do some shoulder activation, some mobility, maybe some light bench press to warm up. And then you're going to pick one of those workouts. The 5 sets of 3 at 80%, the 6 sets of 2 at 85%, the 6 sets of 1 at 90%, or the 4 sets of 4 at 80% 1 rep max. You're going to do that Monday, the next Monday, the next Monday, in 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, you're going to test your 1 rep max again. Just based on that, without any accessories, I promise you, you will be bigger, you will be stronger, and your 1 rep max number will go up. You can also do a progressive overload type thing, where say you pick one workout and run that for 6 weeks. So you do 5 sets of 3 on Monday at 80% 1 rep max. The next week you do 5 sets of 3 and add 10 pounds to the bar. The next week you do 5 sets of 3 and add 10 pounds to the bar. And you just constantly do this progressive overload thing for 6 weeks. Test at the end of 6 weeks. Your bench press will be better. Your chest will be bigger. So that's number 1. Number 2, after every strength-oriented thing, like we just called it, like your strength activity that you're doing every Monday, I need you to work some accessories. I want you to do 3 accessory exercises. Couple of questions. Pyro Bandit says you believe in creatine. Yes, creatine is the safest supplement in the world. It's the most studied supplement in the world. It's absolutely a no-brainer. You can also get it for pretty cheap. So get that. Alejandro Ramos, hello, I have a question. If I work out my chest 3 times a week, will my skibidi toilet grow? I need my 16-year-old to translate that. I have no clue what you said. But yeah, I mean, work your chest 3 times a week. I do push muscles 3 times a week, so why not? Okay, so back to the accessories. I want you to choose 3 accessories, all right? And I'll tell you my 3 favorites. Dips. Dips are extremely underrated, and the body weight exercises work best. Real Deal Prime, I don't know what TMG is. Elaborate. Dips are one of the best and one of the most underrated exercises. The reason people don't do them is because they're really, really hard. And I'm talking dips off a parallel bar, right? So I would do some dips as an accessory. I would do some push-ups as an accessory. And all kinds of push-ups. You can do flat push-ups. You can do decline push-ups with your feet on a bench. You can do push-ups with a weight on your back. But push-ups, again, super underrated. Super underrated. The push-up is one of the best exercises you can do. I almost got stuck on this, but the body weight exercises work best. I do tons of body weight stuff. People will tell you body weight doesn't make you big. I'm 6'3", 235 pounds, shredded, out of my mind. 46 years old, never taken testosterone, never taken PEDs. Push-ups work. So I'd love to see some push-ups. And then finally, let's watch me eat some protein. There's a little, I hate when the protein gets stuck in the shaker lid like this. All right. But that's the good stuff right there. But body weight exercise work best. The next exercise, I almost lost where I was. This vanilla protein is so good. The final thing you're going to do is some incline bench press. Build a bigger upper chest. You're going to look great. Real Deal Prime. I don't know what the new research is. The minimum for me has always been 5 grams a day. But because creatine is really safe, I've always taken 10 to 15. I think you're totally fine with that amount of creatine. So I would say a little more than a little less is better. I'd love to see you for your 3rd accessory do some incline bench press. I prefer incline bench with dumbbells for a greater range of motion and some 360-degree stabilization at the top, but incline bench press. So how would those accessories work? You could do like 5 sets of 10 dips, 5 sets of 20 push-ups, 5 sets of 10 incline press. You could do those in any order. You could do a circuit I call the Holy Trinity. You could throw in some pull-ups on your chest day. I'm totally okay with that, where you do max pull-ups, dips, and push-ups in a 30-minute time period. So if you're going to do that, the workout might be your 5 sets of 2 at 80% for bench press. Then you do like 5 sets of 10 incline bench with some heavy dumbbells. Then you do like a 30-minute Holy Trinity. That would be the gold standard for chest workouts right there. But the 3 accessories you want to do to build a massive chest: dips, push-ups, incline bench press. They are great. Flat bench with dumbbells is also tremendous. I give those out a lot in my programming. I love 21s, 7 low reps, 7 high reps, 7 full reps. You can do sets of 21s. Those are tremendous. There's a workout I call Dumbbell Hell. You can look it up on my YouTube. Another tremendous workout I give people all the time. And listen, I love circuits. I love chasing bench presses with push-ups. Like, I love it. So that can be great. Jarius Norwood, what is the weight you use for incline press with dumbbells? So my 1 rep max for bench press is 405. I'm pretty strong. I can do 225 for 15 to 20 reps on an incline bench with a barbell. But surprisingly, I will use between 50s and 70s for incline bench press with dumbbells. I really focus on form, the mind to muscle connection, and really just squeezing the muscle throughout. I think there's a huge benefit to using lighter weights and really focusing on that mind to muscle connection. Too many people default to heavy, and I think you can build a bigger body without it. It's why I use circuit training in a lot of my programming, because it really, really works. How many protein shakes do you consume daily? Somewhere between 1 and 3. I probably don't need that much. Like, real food's better. and I'm actually going to eat a giant ribeye after this live is over. But I really just like it. My shake recipe. Now this is off topic, but you need to hear this. Cold coffee, vanilla or cinnamon flavored protein powder, a little bit of real Madagascar vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of salt, a little bit of cream. Shake it up, put ice on it. It is unreal. Unreal. And I love it. So I'm drinking them because they're just good, but I probably don't need that much. Real food over supplements all the time. Michael Verso, any tempo specifics with these exercises? For your 5x2 or sorry, for your 5x3 bench press at 80%, it's just down and up like a 1-to-1, right? 4 dips, push-ups. I like just a 1-to-1, just rep it out, make the muscles acidic. For the incline bench, I'll usually do 3 to 4 seconds down and then a speed rep up. Randy Trent, you tried dumbbell hill. You were cursing my name that day, I'll tell you that. And that's okay. You can still love me and swear at me. I'm okay with it. So there's your accessories taken care of. The final thing we're going to talk about, and this is really, really underrated. It's honestly a combination of sleep and diet. Like you tear your muscles apart, so to speak, 1 hour a day in the gym. What you do the 23 hours outside of that, it really, really, really matters. Now, first of all, is sleep. If you get good quality sleep, like I'm talking 8 hours a night in a completely blacked out environment, you'll produce more testosterone, more human growth hormone. You will get stronger. You will get bigger. You will look better. You will be leaner. That's just a fact. More sleep, the better. Now, some people can't get 8. They might get 7.5 or 7. That's still way better than going under 5. You go under 5, your testosterone, your human growth hormone plummet. Your energy plummets, right? Now, that doesn't mean you're going to skirt it and I'm just going to get 5.5. 6 is better than 5.5. 6.5 is better than 6. 7 is better than 6.5. 8 is better than 7. 9 is better than 8. If you can get 9, you are crushing it. Trust me, that is the fountain of youth right there. If there's one secret to me performing and looking like I do at 46-year-old, drug-free, I had my testosterone tested a couple of years ago. It was 951 at 44 years old. And I have no issue with having high testosterone because I sleep religiously for my entire life, 46 years on my planet. On this planet, I have always prioritized sleep. So get your sleep, not just sleep quantity, sleep quality. Completely blacked out environment, cold room, warm feet, face your head to the north when you sleep, put a little bit of lavender on your pillow, right? No blue light before you go to bed. Like that is the key. Isaac Rocha says, good night in Brazil. The only thing I have to say to that is os. All right, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a huge, huge, huge part of my life. Won Black Belt Masters last year, try to win it again this year. Randy Trent says, I don't judge, brother. I admit my arms felt like they were going to fall off, but if you don't do it, you will not know. True. Real Deal Prime says, how bad is it having a nice cold beer every now and then? I mean, I'm not going to be one of these people that tells you alcohol kills you. But it's a range, right? So that's actually a perfect lead-in to nutrition. Randy, 54, good to see you bettering yourself. A lot of people give up after 30, so 54, commendable, man. I'm proud of you. Here's the deal with booze, with bad food, with everything, okay? So we covered off sleep. The next thing you need to do, this is like 3B, nutrition for getting bigger, getting stronger, getting leaner, all that stuff. So you got to take everything into account together, right? A beer every now and then, a glass of whiskey every now and then is not that bad. But how every now and then, how often is every now and then? Like, are we talking every second day? Are we talking once a week? Are we talking once every 2 weeks? Like the frequency matters. But it's not just about frequency. It's about what you're doing also with it. Like the beer late at night or the beer right before bed is probably worse than the beer at 6 o'clock p.m. The beer with chicken wings is probably worse than the beer with a steak, because with alcohol usually comes some bad food choices. Does that make sense? So it depends on the totality of stuff. So like if you want a little sugar every now and then, not a big deal. You want like a little bit of processed food every now and then, not a big deal. You want a beer every now and then, not a big deal. But you keep stacking those things on top of each other, then it becomes a big deal. JT, cold air increases test. Not really, but cold air in the room will make you sleep better. The science says cold head, warm feet, warm body. It will make you sleep better. And if you sleep better, that will increase testosterone. All right. JT also says, I've been squatting but not benching. Squat is 245 and 135 on each side. That's pretty good. Strong. Is 80 grams of protein for an 80 kilo individual high? No. At 80 kilos, you probably need about 150 grams a day. Okay. JT says he agrees. Thank you very much. Colin, just watching my channel. It's great watching someone real. I really appreciate it. Hunja says, bro, I'm also working hard daily, doing like 5,000 squats. Please support me. I have to feed my family and do 2,000 push-ups. Awesome. I don't know how that's going to feed your family, but you are one jacked MRFer. You know what I mean? Real Deal Prime says, do you cold plunge or take cold showers? Both. Cold plunge every morning, have a cold shower every night after I sauna. Okay. Just because it helps regulate me and get my temperature down from a long, hot sauna. How to do meditation properly. There's a bunch of different types of meditation, but the key is concentration. The key is you got to shut the outside world out. Jarius Norwood says, what's your calorie daily? Somewhere between 5 and 6K, depending on the day. Sometimes I'm as low as 4, sometimes I'm as high as 7. It depends what's going on in the day, what's on the menu. Like yesterday, I ate like a savage. But today's actually been fairly light, so it just depends. Okay, so back to nutrition. So the thing that I follow, Real Deal Prime asking about the beer is the 90% rule. 90% of the time, you got to be able to kill it and cook it over a fire. Like you're eating high quality chicken, high quality steak, high quality fish, and you got to be able to pluck it from a tree, right? So pluck it from a tree, eat it in its natural state, no cooking, no nonsense, nothing. 10% of the time, you can step out of that. But even when I step out of that, it's as quality as possible, right? Like if you're going to eat ice cream, I want real vanilla, real egg yolk, real cream. Like real, that's your ice cream. Cane sugar, right? Not the fake ice cream that you get in the giant container from the grocery store. If you're going to have chocolate, real chocolate, okay? Eggs, you're buying free range. I prefer to buy free range, but sometimes I don't. It just depends what I can get my hands on. But generally, the more organic, the more free range, the better. Higher quality all the time. Just use this rule across the board. High quality across the board. If I can get it from my garden or grow it myself, like in the summer, that is more preferable than buying it from the grocery store. So even when I do the 10% cheating thing, I am cheating with quality, the best of the best. All right. So you're not, this is a verb. You're not Hugh Granting it out here, just to be clear. All due respect to Hugh Grant. Loved you in Dungeons and Dragons, Forged, The Neverwinter Charlatan, one of my favorite movies of all time. My body weight and height, I am 6'3". That's 191 centimeters. I'm actually 6'3" and a little bit, and I'm 235 pounds. I'm about 107, 108 kilos. I live in the United States now, but I am Canadian. All right. Real Deal Prime says, I've always enjoyed healthy foods, just need to eat more. Yes, but the 90% rule, does that make sense? So in that 10%, like if you want to have a beer, go ahead. You want to have a little bit of sugar, go ahead. You want to have something processed, go ahead. But what you can't do is have so much that it's like 70-30. So it's not like the beer is that bad, but it's all the things put together. So that's why I subscribe to that 90-10 rule. Real Deal Prime, where in the East Coast? I used to spend every summer in Pagwa in Nova Scotia. My grandparents had a house on the ocean there. We used to go out there all the time, pull lobsters right from the water out of the trap. It was just a phenomenal experience growing up. If I had my phone, because I'm using my phone for the vertical live, I would show you some pictures. Stephen Holmes, what type of wax do you use in your head? I don't use wax. I actually use homemade jojoba oil. It's this oil with a bunch of scents in it. It smells really good. Makes me shine. Makes me look young and youthful for 46 years old. So there's how you're going to build a massive chest. All right. I think I said at the start of this, I was only going 20 minutes. I'm overtime, but I love being on here and helping people. By the way, get your supers in. Supers help me do more content. Like all you people that were saying, I love your content. Get your supers in so I can do this more. My mission is to save the fitness industry. I want to give you real information. There's so much garbage out there. You know what I mean? There's so much junk. All right. Greetings from Germany. I love your channel. How much K-Cows do you eat a day? 5,000, 6,000, as high as 7,000, rarely ever below 4,000, but in that range, somewhere around there. Depends how much I'm training, what I have going on. Days I film content, I eat less because it keeps me more excited. Michael Verso with the super, the first one of the show. That's what I'm talking about. Get those supers in so I can make you all more content, all right? Thank you. Real Deal Prime, born in New Brunswick, currently in Newfoundland. I've been to your area in Nova Scotia, beautiful area. New Brunswick is a place I spent a lot of time too. We actually used to go to the statue all the time. It's called Glooscap. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a Native American lore, but we used to go to this giant statue of Glooscap all the time. I wonder if that's where you're from, or maybe you've been there. A lot of people haven't. They have no clue what I'm talking about when I reference that. Not Triple G. That'd be awesome if Triple G was on here. We got 5 Gs. G to the 5th power. What do you do if you're a skinny fat but started to put on some muscle and people still call you look skinny? Should I be patient? 6 feet tall, 165 pounds. Work out every day. Do a lot of weighted type stuff to increase hypertrophy. My favorite is the Holy Trinity: push-ups, pull-ups, dips in circuit format. I would eat about 185 grams of protein a day, and I would make sure I was in a calorie surplus and sleeping 8 hours a night. Super simple. Do that for a year. Yeah, I said a year. That's how long it's going to take. Drug-free, but it's just what it is. All right. JT says eat steak. That's actually pretty good advice. A steak a day will fix most of what's going on with you. So there you have it. You want to work out every day. You want to follow that bench press protocol that I talked about at the start of the live. Oh, MTG. You probably see that in the background. I've been playing for 30 years. Dragonstorm, Tarkir Dragonstorm just came out. I bought a bunch of it. I bought 2 collector's boxes. This is part of one of the collector's boxes. I got a bunch of cards to go through, but love MTG. I actually have another YouTube channel called Muscles and Magic, The Gathering, where I chronicle all my decks and talk about all Magic the Gathering things. So find me there. I'd actually love Joshua Rhodes. Go to Muscles and Magic the Gathering. You'll see me in a little logo like this, but comment all over it. I could use the engagement. I'm starting from scratch over there. So please, please, please. And oh, G says just subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. So we went over at the start of this live, we went over the bench press workouts you're going to do. We talked about sleep. We talked about nutrition, and there you have it. Listen, you can support me. I want to make the realest. I do make the realest fitness content in the world, but I want to do more. I would love to release a video every single day, but there's camera costs, there's editing costs, there's time, there's like real things, right? Please get your supers in by memberships to the channel. Help feed my Magic the Gathering addiction and passion. And that would help me. And then I could go live all the time and get you the real fitness information that you are looking for. So thank you again for spending Monday night with me. I'm going to finish the shake. I'm going to finish it right now on camera. Done. And I am going to eat a delicious, juicy, tasty, muscle building, shredded inducing ribeye steak. A ribeye a day keeps the doctor away. So thank you for coming to my live. I love you all. I will just upload this as is so you can watch it again, get all those workouts. Remember, get your supers in. Oh, and one more thing. If you can't get your supers in, you know what you could do for me for free? Go like all my stuff and make a comment about it on the video. Like there's a bunch you watching right now. If everyone went and commented on my videos, especially my last one, the kettlebell from home workout, it would help me so much. Like I appreciate comments more than anything. Let that algorithm know to promote your boy. John Adrian, another super. Thank you so much. Your knowledge and expertise is always motivating. What would be your advice on how to build an understanding of what it takes to be disciplined? I really appreciate that. Thank you, by the way. And I will answer that question, okay? Because you gave me a super. Discipline is a habit. It's a habit that you build over time. There's not some hack. There's not some secret thing you can do. I'm not going to tell you to dunk yourself in cold water every day or do some certain workout every day. Discipline is a habit. And really what the root of discipline is doing the things that you don't want to, right? Like not necessarily you don't want to, but when you don't want to do them, still showing up and doing the thing. So maybe it's reading 10 pages a day. Maybe it's building a Magic the Gathering deck every day. Maybe it's spending 30 minutes with your kids without your phone. Maybe it's working out every day, but it's doing something every day repeatedly. And where you're going to build discipline is showing up on the days that you don't want to. I don't want to work out every day. I went on a road trip. We went to this amazing place called Outpost X, and we went away. We had a big road trip today. We drove 4.5 hours home. It actually took about 5 hours with stops with kids with the whole thing. Had to unpack the truck when I got home. I had to go grocery shopping and do a bunch of stuff. I had a bunch of work stuff that got dropped off on my plate while I was away. Like it was like a nightmare, right? But I still worked out tonight. It wasn't the best workout I've ever had. It wasn't the most awesome workout I've ever had. But I got it done and I did it. I did 10 sets of 10 Bulgarian split squats and 5 sets of 2 Nordic hamstring curls. I still got it done. That's discipline. And I felt good about myself after. And that will cue me to do it again tomorrow. So it's doing those things, right? Like on the day you don't want to do it, but you know it's good for you. You know where you're really disciplined? Everyone is. Not everyone, but you know where you're really disciplined, where you don't give yourself enough credit for? Brushing your teeth. Takes a lot of discipline to brush your teeth twice a day for 30, 40, 50 years. So you have those skills inside you right now. You just got to transfer it to that thing. One trick, whatever thing you're trying to do, put it in your calendar every day. Maybe it's a workout from noon to 1 every day. Maybe it's John Adrian. Thank you so much. Another super. I really appreciate that. But really listen to this advice. Put it in your calendar and go do that thing, right? Some people have to be disciplined with relaxing time. They just can't relax. They can't chill. Book yourself off an hour to relax every day with your favorite activity, but put it in your calendar. And no matter what, you show up for that time. So it's a workout. You don't feel like training, you at least go to the gym. You sit there if you have to. I do that with jiu-jitsu. Like if I don't want to go to jiu-jitsu and roll around, I will park my truck in the parking lot and sit there for an hour because that's where I'm supposed to be. That's the magic of discipline, right? Let's say it's relaxing time. You have to play video games for an hour a day. Well, that's your relaxing time. You don't want to play those video games. You sit on that couch in front of that TV in silence. Like you show up for it. Put that hour into your calendar every day, that 30 minutes, that 20 minutes, whatever it is, and you just commit to showing up. And through showing up, you will build all the skills you need to learn about discipline. Put it in your calendar. It's literally the best life hack of all time. And you just gotta show up. That's it. Singh says, what about running and push-ups, pull-ups, and squats daily? Yeah, you'll build a good physique. The body weight exercises, Singh, work best. I promise you that. This has been an amazing live. I love you all. I got to bounce. I got to go spend a little bit of time with my kiddos. Luckily, they got 2 full days with Dad. for a getaway. We got at Outpost X. It's like a huge Star Wars themed Airbnb. Loved every second of it. We got some Land Cruisers and it was great. We cooked some meat over a fire. We spent a lot of quality time together. We had a little camp out. It was great. But I do want to spend a little bit of time with them. Thank you for spending time with me tonight on my live. Remember, when you leave here, go to that last. I want to see in 5 minutes, I want to see 50 new comments on that latest kettlebell from home workout. 50 new comments. That's my challenge to you. Go get it done now, and I'll see you next week.